Welcome back. We're here to talk about Monday night's match between Southampton and Manchester United. Third versus fourth, Pascal. First time two Dutch managers have ever met in the Premier League. Koeman will be desperate for a win, won't he?
Definitely, it's back-to-back defeats for them, the first time since he took charge. And obviously, it has been a really tough week for them, City and then Arsenal in midweek. But the game against Arsenal particularly will be quite disappointing because against City, they did get outplayed in that game, but against Arsenal, they had their chances, especially early on. I think Pella had a great chance. He's gone off the ball recently. I think it's 6 games with that goal for him now, and he's really gone off the ball. And then to concede the way they did late on would have been really disappointing because Koeman did get a bit unlucky. He'd made his 3 substitutions, then Alderweireld had to go off injured, so they had to play with 10 men late on, and it looked like they might hang on, but then just conceded. It would have been a penalty, I think, had Fonte handballed it, but then eventually it came out and Sanchez stuck it away. So yeah, a disappointing result for them. Like I said, back-to-back defeats, and then the draw against Villa in the game before these 2 defeats was disappointing. So yeah, they're starting to, after that fantastic start to the season they had, the wheels have started to come off a bit.
Yeah, but this recent run of fixtures was always going to be a good test of their top 4 credentials because they did make such a good start to the season. So far they haven't really stood up to that. Their main issues have come against the bigger teams in the league. Their only defeats have come against Liverpool, Tottenham, United and City. So those are big defeats against teams that you'd expect to be challenging with if you are going for the top 4. They need to improve in those sorts of matches like they do here because they're only 1 point clear of Manchester United now. They could drop below them in the table if they don't win this match.
Definitely, United come into it absolutely flying, don't they? 2 home wins in a row in like 3-4 days they've had. So and I think the win against Stoke, they played pretty well in that game, over the whole course of the game, but they really hung on late on, didn't they? De Gea made some fantastic saves. Young cleared it off the line. It was only a couple of inches from going over, but against Hull they looked really good. But in this game, it was good to see Fellaini and Mata score. Obviously Rooney was missing and Van Persie couldn't get on the score sheet. Wilson came in and he had the odd moment here and there, but I think it was a good result for them. They played pretty well for the most part, but yeah, it's a sort of win that it wasn't the best. They didn't play the best they could have done, but it's a win. A win's a win, and they're now holding their place in the top 4, and they're looking pretty good at the moment.
Yeah, I think one of their main problems this season has been dominating games for the full 90 minutes. Van Gaal scored for that most weeks, and the only time they've really done it is the win over Hull. And that's why Van Gaal described it as the best performance he's had since being there. They dominated for 92 minutes against Stoke, but those final 2 minutes they were hanging on, and then they were very lucky to get away with the win there despite being so dominant for so long in the match, because those chances later on you'd expect them to go in, but it is 4 wins on the bounce now. First time that's happened under Van Gaal, first time that's happened this calendar year, and they'll be confident they're making it 5 in a row, and if they do then top 4 is a very, very real goal for them.
Yeah, but their away form hasn't been great this season, has it? It's only 6 of their 25 points that have come away from home, but their last away win was against Arsenal, and Wayne Rooney scored in that game. It was a great goal that he scored to seal the win, and he could be back for this one. He missed out against Stoke, didn't he? So I think if he's back, it doesn't look like Di Maria will be back, so that'll be a blow for them, because Di Maria in these sorts of games, his quality could just be the difference, because I expect it to be quite a tight game. So if Rooney's back, that'd be a huge boost for them, because even though Wilson's a very promising prospect, I don't think he's quite ready to go to somewhere like Southampton, a big top 4 clash like this, and quite deliver. So I think if Rooney's back, that'd be a huge boost.
What's your score prediction for this one?
Yeah, I think it'd be quite an entertaining game. That both sides, got a good attacking talent. I think Southampton will be particularly keen to sort of put in a good performance because it has been a really disappointing, couple of weeks for them. So I think it'll be a 2-2 draw.
Yeah, Southampton, as I mentioned earlier, struggled against the big teams, but I can see them getting something out of this as well. I think I'm going to go for 1-0. So neither of us can separate these 2 teams. Thanks for watching.